the Jet jersey is on, that can only mean one thing. Jet victory, baby, over the undefeated Eagles. You have to love it. Let's get into it. Defense, 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 and more defense, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking, you gotta love it. All right, so I said that I was gonna try to start doing the post games the night of, or at the latest the day after. It is the night of the Jets beating the Eagles, the undefeated Eagles. You gotta love it. If you watched my last video, I predicted a Jet victory, and a Jet victory it was. The fucking defense showed up large in this game. And I mean, you know, and I don't want to hear the bullshit that, you know, I started hearing this shit. Oh, the Eagles just didn't play that well and they didn't look like themselves. I think the Jets defense had something to do with that. All right. So let's give some fucking credit where credit is due. All right. Zach, let's talk about Zach for a second. To me, he is still showing improvement and confidence. Yeah, they really didn't score. They couldn't really, you know, get into the end zone, but he did, again, make some good throws, especially this throw, all right? To my guy, to the fucking man, fucking Garrett Wilson. This was a really nice throw, but even more impressive. Check out this fucking catch by Garrett Wilson. Now you know why I fucking love this fucking guy. I have loved this guy since the first time I saw this guy fucking do anything. I saw the electricity in this guy. You have to love this dude. I fucking love him, obviously. I talk about him almost every fucking week. And then you had the other play with him where it was negated because of the penalty. A bullshit penalty, you know, in my opinion. Listen, I get it. It's a blindside block, but it's football. He's blocking the fucking guy. It wasn't helmet to helmet. It wasn't dirty. It's a hard block that the dude did not see coming. That's his problem. It's football. It's a block. What are you supposed to do? Let him go by and fucking chase him down? You have to block the dude. So again, it's this the rules and the referees and all this shit lately. It's annoying me because a lot of it just seems to be bullshit. If you don't have that penalty, you know, look at that gain, look at that play. I mean, so that shit aggravates me. But it's a Jet victory over an undefeated team, a Super Bowl team, right? They were in the Super Bowl, right? And you know what? Speaking of Super Bowl teams, the Jets were in the Chief game as well. So maybe, you know, maybe that was prophetic for this game because they, in my opinion, they could have beat the Chiefs that night. So, you know, there a couple of things happened in that game, you know, we won't mention the fumble, but listen, again, did that really lose that game? So, but it was a crucial fumble. But let's not fucking go there. Let's stay here. Let's talk about a Jet victory over a dominant fucking Super Bowl team, an undefeated team. They finally beat the Eagles. They have never beaten the Eagles before. So you have to love it. And that's pretty much it, man. I'm just trying to think if, you know, you got to love the way the defense stepped up. And Gardner wasn't there. Reed wasn't there. And they step up anyway and make some big plays. Jermaine Johnson. Fucking, I talked about it in the other video, the last video. He seems to be emerging. You got to love it. It was his play on, he hit Hurts' arm on that throw, right? And that caused an interception, right? Quinnen Williams gets the interception, right? And I believe that was Jermaine Johnson who actually caused that as well. I'm not sure about that. We'll take a look quick. But I do believe that was Jermaine Johnson as well. All right. Then his brother almost gets an interception as well. He should have had that interception. I think it would have been the first time ever in the history of the NFL that two brothers got an interception in the same game on the same team, no less. He should have had that. That was in his hands. But still, he recovered it. And then you have the interception of the game. Tony Adams taking it almost to the house. All right. And then that just set it up right there. Now, did they, listen, should he have slid and not gone in? Maybe, probably. Okay. But at the same time, did the Eagles let him in? At this point, who gives a shit? They fucking lost the game. The Jets won. And, but maybe you think about sliding there. Listen, sometimes is that the smart thing to do? Because if you're banking on, and like it's like you're thinking that the field goal is a guarantee, and what if it's not? What if you miss that fucking field goal? So listen, you take the points. They took the points. And the 2-point conversion was very impressive as well. Like I said, Zach did have a decent game. It's good to see his confidence is still growing, okay? And this could be turning into a very unexpected season because everybody thought that this was the Aaron Rodgers season, and it is basically, a confidence building week to week Zach improvement season, along with a phenomenal looking defense that you can almost say is a championship caliber defense. And what do they always say? Defense wins championships. If the defense keeps playing like this team has a definite shot, in my opinion, to get into the playoffs this year and even maybe make some noise. So you got to love it. And a huge victory, man. So to wrap this up, what else can you say, man? It was a huge win against an undefeated team, against a team that they never beat before. At home, the season looks promising in my eyes, in my opinion. So let's keep the train rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling, all right? The next video will come out not this week, the following week, because we have a bye. Heading into the bye at 3-3. You have to love it. And it is the Giants coming up next. You always got to love a Jet-Giant game, right? So we'll do a prediction video on the Jet-Giant game. Look for that next week. I'll try to get that out early in the week. And Jet victory over the undefeated Eagles. You got to love it.